Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. So today we're going to talk about the Kabbalah. Kabbalah is a great subject, one of my favourite subjects also to read into. Now, Kabbalah, you can read it once and have a basic understanding of it. You have to keep reading it. It's something that you'll always progress with, something that you can never stop learning from. There's so many different references, so many different meanings. A lot of people just think of Kabbalah as Jewish mysticism. Some people mistake it as a religion, and that's because of a Jewish man who thought he was a messiah, misled a bunch of followers, and got kidnapped by Muslims and was forced to convert. This has nothing to do with Kabbalah. It's spelt the same. It's spelt similarly, a little bit different, but it's completely twisted. Now, Kabbalah has been added to over the centuries as well. Now, when you go back to the old original roots, even when you talk about the old Torah, it mentions about it was given to Adam by God. The Kabbalah has always been around since the dawn of man. It is your tree of life, your main functioning organs that keep you alive. It is also the system of the planets. So it recognizes that you need the exact positioning of the planets with the Earth to be near the sun and the moon in order to spark life. If the planet conditions are right, it has water, liquid water. Without liquid water, no life can exist. It is also your chakras, the top level. The crown Kabbalah is also your crown chakra. It's just a Middle Eastern sort of version of it, but it's always been around. Same sort of references, just a deeper meaning than, say, the chakras, because it's not just to do with your organs and your inside, your energy. It's also to do with your outside energy, like the planets, the moon, the sun gives you energy. It's also alchemy. What I mean by alchemy is before the use of magic got sort of involved in later ages and dark magic and stuff, turning golems into living beings. Before this, simple alchemy. Alchemy was simply controlling your emotions, controlling your chemical imbalances, mixing chemicals, releasing serotonin. So simply being angry, turning yourself into happy was seen as magic. Being an alchemist, you're an alchemist. You're in control of your emotions, not the other way around. Every time you have an outburst, you're using your own intelligence against you. Kabbalah has two levels. It's got a lower level being, high level being. Your low level also represents bad dreams, your negative actions. Your higher level, your good dreams, your good actions. You're growing as a person. Above it, there's a ring around it, which means your God consciousness, your higher mind, your eternal mind, your eternal soul. You're one with the mother and father, one with the source, your mother, father, perfect mind. This is what the Kabbalah represents. There were many ancient Jewish sort of tribes that have all adapted through cultures and different ideals, different gods and all that sort of stuff that added into the Kabbalah over the years. You have Kabbalah Jews, but they're not quite the same as what the original Kabbalah was because it's been added to over the years. Some people mistake this as a religion. Kabbalah has nothing to do with religion. Now, the reason why some people mistake Kabbalah as a religion is because there was a Jewish man who thought he was a messiah, misled a bunch of followers, converted to Islam after being captured. So because these people think this has nothing to do with this, and this is also because of the Catholic Church is doing too. An Orthodox Church, the Catholics and all Orthodox used to teach Kabbalah. They had a Christian Kabbalah. Now, Jesus, Yeshua, John the Baptist both learnt the Kabbalah. It was taught to the Jewish rabbis. Yeshua, John the Baptist, both rabbis, both leaders. Though Jesus hated religion, so I wouldn't really say the rabbi. I would more say an esoteric Jewish master, which is what John the Baptist was too. They were different to the Pharisee Jews. They knew the Pharisee Jews were very corrupt, especially the Pharisees, the head of all the temples. They were selling lucky charms. They had medicine, but the poor couldn't afford that. The oil they were rubbing on the followers, Christ means anointed one, that oil contained cannabosum, cassia, cannabis, 6 pounds of it, contained olive oil and frankincense and myrrh, which is alone has a powerful healing properties, and a bit of cinnamon, so a pleasant smell. You can heal many ailments with this. So Jesus was very advanced. He knew this. So he gave it to the people, which earned a lot of hate from the Pharisees. So the Kabbalah has many introductions to things. The great thing that Kabbalah mentions is like the animals that evolve, we too must evolve, but through our emotions in order to ascend. So ascend to your higher mind. Going through the levels, raising yourself up, ascending. So this means our ancestors knew of evolution. Being dumbed down, all that sort of stuff. Religion corrupted it and all that sort of stuff and got their hands into it. Everything's been pretty much touched by religion and corrupted. Every religion has changed. Every religion has changed. Even Hinduism, when you talk about that being one of the oldest, they have like 150 gods. Why? Because they didn't want to see themselves going through persecution like the West was dealing with. But there's something older than Hinduism, Gnostic. You can find their symbols in ancient cave paintings, is an idea of spirituality. So before religion, we were spiritual. See a symbol like this, it means reincarnation. The Kabbalah talks about different levels too. It's everything. It's your ascension, progressing, evolution, reincarnation. Both go hand in hand. All this is through Kabbalah. You can really never master Kabbalah. You can only keep reading it. There's always something new to learn. Many different forms of Kabbalah. But ultimately, Kabbalah is your tree of life. It's all about you. Peace and love, everyone. I love you all. Connect to one, mind and soul. Namaste.